everyone, so today I want to talk about Ted. Now before I get in with my views, I want to say I was warned about this. I have heard so many amazing things about this. A lot of people on my Facebook have raved about it. I put on Twitter about 2 weeks ago saying, should I watch it? To be honest, most people who replied to that tweet said, no, you won't enjoy it. Which kind of makes me think, am I that predictable? Because I didn't enjoy it. Somebody did say to me, if you dislike immature humour, you won't like it. I loathe immature humour. However, this review is not going to be completely negative, so don't think I'm putting the film down completely because I can't see the benefits. Benefits is a word I use loosely, but I don't think it's a film for me. I'm definitely not the target audience for this. To be honest, the target audience I'd say is Seth MacFarlane fans. Seth MacFarlane has directed this, he does the voice of Ted. I'm not saying his work is something I don't like, it's just not something that I avidly follow, to be honest. So in this, John's teddy bear comes to life. We're told at the very beginning, opening frame, his teddy bear is basically alive. And he grows up with him, but we don't really get to see the growing up process. However, we do at the same time. It's in a montage, which is about 3 minutes in length, and it is the most boring thing ever. I don't know if anybody else agrees, but the introduction to this was just far too long. It's just a song with images, generally as montages go. And yes, that allowed for the title sequence to unfold, but it was a little bit boring after the first minute. I mean, it might not have been 3 minutes in length, but it felt like it. And when you're kind of sitting thinking, okay, we're off to a bad start, it kind of sets you up in that negative mind frame for the full thing. So that's pretty much my first complaint out of the way. Opening, far too long, not enough going on. So the majority of the film is basically John having to choose between Ted, his teddy bear, who is now no longer a cute, sweet little teddy, but is more of a bad bear. I'll get into his personality in a moment, or between his girlfriend, which is the first good point I'd like to mention, so I don't want to wait too long to get into the good things. I do like one of the main messages in this is friendship or relationships. I'm not sure if that's the official message, but that's what I got from it. Do you choose your friend, your teddy bear, who's been your best friend? I don't know why I'm pointing here, I don't have a bear here, for, I think it was 27 years he'd grown up with Ted. Or do you side with somebody who could be the love of your life and somebody you're going to marry? And that allows it to unfold for quite a good length of the film. So that's straight away, I think it's a really good moral, and credit to Seth MacFarlane for doing this. It takes a basic plot that a lot of films deal with, and it presents it in a really unique way, in a very interesting way. I do think the concept of a living teddy bear that is not sweet and innocent is very fascinating. The directing of the film is very well done. The teddy bear in movement is sensational. The CGI quality is fantastic. So I can't actually fault the quality of the film. I just think the humour, the quality is brilliant. The plot is great. It's the script that I don't like. It is immature humour, but I know a lot of people like that, and there's a massive, massive audience for that, so I can't really fault it. My camera is a way to die. Yeah, so the script I just thought now I have nothing against strong language, but I do think the language in this is exceptionally strong. So I should point that out. This is not for children. My 10-year-old brother wanted to see it. Once my mother realised what it was about, she was like, no. So it's definitely not for children. There's a lot of drugs in it, drug references, sex references in it. Ted takes things a little bit too far, but that is actually acknowledged within the film, so that's quite nice. I just personally think the humour is far too immature for my liking, and that may make me sound exceptionally snobby and exceptionally snooty. I don't have a problem with it. I think immature humour is great and something we should all sort of embrace from time to time, but I think at this level it's not for me. I can't cope with that at all. I get my humour from sort of indirect wit, not just somebody saying, there's a shit on the floor kind of thing. I don't find that entertaining at all, but I can't see the audience for this. Yeah, so plot, really interesting, really fascinating, very well presented, and there are deeper morals, deeper meanings, a couple of little dark scenes as well. A couple of emotional scenes as well, I have to admit. I wasn't completely, I wasn't sitting there thinking, my goodness, it's Mr. Bean's holiday all over again. I wasn't bored to tears. It is watchable. But when people were saying, I'm splitting my sides laughing and, I'm rolling on the floor in hysterics, I was sitting thinking, I think I've chuckled once. So it's not for me, but it's definitely worth going to see if you are a fan of, well, if you're a fan of Family Guy, go and see it. I do think it's got its good points. Personally, it's not for me. I won't be watching it again, but it hasn't put me off Seth MacFarlane's work. Oh yeah, Joel McHale. How can I forget that? The best thing about this is Joel McHale is in it. I was almost starting to think this film is pointless, and then about 25 minutes or something into it, Joel McHale comes on screen, and I'm like, okay, it's not a completely bad film. That's nice. Yeah, so that did lift my mood a little bit. Yeah. Let me know your thoughts on this. If you like it, that is fantastic. I know it's one of the most loved films just now. I personally can't see why it's that successful, but I can see why people enjoy it. I can see certain elements of it that are good. Yeah, I think brilliant, brilliant film if you enjoy immature humour. Good film if you can appreciate the good directing and all the other little good bits that I've mentioned. Yeah, but let me know your thoughts on Ted. My battery is literally a way to die, so I will see you all next time. Bye!